One stock that has been blowing everybody's minds recently is Nvidia, as it has been performing great in recent years and is now the most valuable company. So, what stock could beat this performance in the future, if any? Well, today I've found that stock. The stock we're going to talk about today is Uber. And if you don't believe this stock can outperform, you're going to be amazed when we reach the end, as we're going to analyze it based on five principles. If a stock has all of these five principles, it is almost guaranteed to succeed. So make sure you watch all the way until the end of this video. So the first principle that Uber has to face is growth potential, because without growth potential, we can't expect a stock to outperform. So what's here for Uber? The case for Uber here is first of all the autonomous vehicle market. Instead of building cars themselves, Uber is partnering with leaders in the space. Just this August 2025, Uber signed a deal with Lucid and Nuro for at least 20,000 robo taxis, while also expanding its Waymo partnership into Atlanta and teaming up with Baidu's Apollo Go across Asia and the Middle East. This puts Uber in the perfect spot to be the platform people use for AV rides worldwide. At the same time, Uber's core business is still growing fast. Trips and bookings were up nearly 18% year over year, and on top of that, the company has gone from losing money to generating massive cash. In Q2 2025, free cash flow hit $2.5 billion, bringing the yearly total to $8.5 billion, more than double just 2 years ago. So, when we look at Uber's growth potential, it's clear. It has the platform, the user base, and now the cash to drive the next big wave of growth. The second principle is the mode. What is Uber's competitive advantage that makes it stand out from its competitors? Uber's edge starts with brand recognition. It's a name people first think of when they need a ride. With operations in over 70 countries and 15,000 cities, the app reaches more than 180 million monthly users and connects to over 6 million drivers. That kind of global presence is almost impossible for competitors to match. Then there's market share. In the US, Uber controls about 76% of the ride share market, with Lyft taking most of the rest. Globally, Uber's share sits at around 35%, keeping it the leader in North America, Europe, and beyond. What makes this mode hard to break are the network's effect. More riders bring more drivers, shorter wait times attract more users, and the cycle keeps feeding itself. And in Uber Eats and Uber Freight, and Uber's platform isn't just about rides anymore. It's a multi service ecosystem that keeps customers coming back. So Uber's mode comes down to scale, dominance, and network effects, backed by a brand that's already the default choice around the world. The third principle is the fundamentals. Are the numbers backing up the growth story? First off, free cash flow. As we discussed earlier, Uber's free cash flow has been on a remarkable upward trajectory, reaching 8.5 billion over the past 12 months as of June 2025. This marks a significant increase from previous years, indicating a strong and sustainable cash generation capability. Now, let's look at profitability. In the second quarter of 2025, Uber reported a net profit margin of 26.68%, a substantial improvement from the previous year. This reflects effective cost management and operational efficiency. When we talk about operational efficiency, Uber's gross margin stands at approximately 40%, showcasing its ability to generate revenue after covering the cost of goods sold. This is a healthy margin that supports reinvestments into growth initiatives. And then there's return on investment capital, ROIC. Uber's return on investment capital has seen a significant rise, reaching 20.1% as of mid 2025. This suggests that Uber is effectively utilizing its capital to generate returns that exceed its cost of capital, a key indicator of value creation. So, when we look at the fundamentals, strong free cash flow, improving profitability, healthy margins, and efficient capital use, Uber's financials are not just supporting its growth, they're accelerating it. The fourth principle is the management. Who's steering the ship and do they have skin in the game? So, who's leading Uber? That would be Derek Kay, Uber CEO since 2017. When he took over, Uber was in a turmoil, a tarnished reputation, regulatory battles, and a toxic culture. Dara didn't just clean up the mess, he transformed the company. He overhauled Uber's values, focusing on customer obsession and integrity. He led Uber through its 2019 IPO, and under his leadership, Uber has shifted from a money losing startup to a free cash flow powerhouse with over 8.5 billion in free cash flow over the past 12 months. But what about his commitment to Uber's future? Dara owns approximately 1.27 million shares of Uber, valued at over 119 million as of August 2025. This stake represents a significant portion of his estimated net worth, which is at least $161 million. In 2024, he exercised stock options worth over $136 million, aligning his financial success with Uber's performance. So, when it comes to leadership, Uber has a CEO who's not only steering the company with a clear vision, but has also a substantial personal stake in its business. That alignment is a powerful signal to investors. The fifth principle is the risks. What could go wrong and how exposed is Uber? First, competition. While Uber is a leader in many markets, it faces strong competitors. In India, for example, Rapido has emerged as a formidable rival, particularly in the two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment, surpassing Ola in market share. Additionally, Waymo, Alphabet's autonomous vehicle division, is getting traction and could pose a threat to Uber's ride hailing business. Second, regulatory challenges. Uber operates in a complex legal environment. For instance, in California, a new law allows drivers to unionize, which could lead to increased operational costs and potential changes in labor dynamics. Similarly, in Hong Kong, proposed regulations could impose stricter requirements on ride hailing platforms, potentially affecting Uber's operations there. Third, autonomous vehicle integration. While Uber is investing heavily in autonomous vehicles, this transition comes with risks. The technology is still developing, and there are concerns about safety and regulatory approval. For example, a recent incident involved a robotaxi fire in Dubai raised questions about the safety of autonomous vehicles. Despite these risks, Uber's diversified business model, strong brand recognition, and strategic partnerships position it well to navigate these challenges. The company's proactive approach to innovation and adaptation suggests it is prepared to manage and mitigate potential risks. So, Uber is really a strong pick for a stock that could potentially beat Nvidia, especially since it also has a decent valuation with relatively low multiples. It's definitely a stock worth watching. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice, but when it comes to financial numbers, we need solid and trustworthy data, and that's where the sponsor of this video, EODHD, comes in. EODHD is an API key provider with financial data for thousands of stocks, and their data is extremely accurate. Definitely check them out. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to see the stocks that AI picked when I gave it a similar quest, check out this video right here.